Whether you're in San Francisco or not, I want to see you be able to grow on the web. There's a lot of basic mistakes that people make with their website. We're going to cover a lot of these through the examples.
I'm the moderator today for the webinar. Before we started, here is a disclaimer that I need to read to all of you. The information provided in this webinar and any supplementary materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. No registrant should act or fail to act on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, or other professional advice specific to their situation. The San Francisco SBDC and its host, the City and County of San Francisco, specifically disclaim any liability, loss, or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, of the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar. Several housekeeping items I need to remind you all. Recording will be sent out after the webinar. Chat feature is for discussion and idea sharing. If you want to have your website audit, put it in the Q&A box. Please type in your website and the challenge in the Q&A box. If you want to get live audited, we will audit websites in the order it is entered in the Q&A box. We can enable attendees to talk when your website is being audited. If you want to talk, do raise your hand or message me in the chat box when it's your turn. You don't have to show your face, but if you raise your hand, I will enable you to talk. That's all I need to do the housekeeping. Okay, so a little introduction about our speaker. Our speaker today is Dennis Yu. Just really quickly, Dennis Yu is a former Yahoo search engine engineer who optimized ads and analytics across search and social platforms. He teaches a lot about digital marketing, and he shares his insights from managing campaigns for employers like Golden State Warriors, Nike, and Rosetta Stone. Dennis Yu has been featured in the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Fox News, CNN, CBS. I know that he charged like $1,500 per hour, probably around that range for private consulting. So it's just really honored to have him here to have your website live audited. And he's also the CEO of BizMetrics, and he has a lot of online presence. If you want to search who he is, just go online. Without further ado, I will hand the mic to Dennis. Dennis, here you go.
Thank you, Jessica, and always a pleasure. Thanks for hosting it. Thank you for the San Francisco Public Library and the San Francisco Small Business Development Council. Jessica, how many of these have we done now, would you say?
Maybe six or eight, starting from June last year.
Yeah, I love how you guys are engaging, and I love you guys doing the work to put in to be able to grow your businesses. Things changed a lot, of course, in the last couple of years. So having a website is even more important for people to find you online. I hope that maybe if things calm down or change, we could have these meetings in person again, because I really like doing the in-person workshops. And whether you're in San Francisco or not, I want to see you be able to grow on the web. There's a lot of basic mistakes that people make with their website. And we're going to cover a lot of these through the examples that people have submitted here in the Q&A. Jessica is going to moderate them and bring them up as we go one at a time. And I'm going to do some analysis. A lot of the analysis I'm going to do in such a way that it will be valuable to everybody. And if it's your turn for analysis, I want you to unmute your mic, so that way we can have a discussion about not just your website in general, but about your strategy and what your goals are and what you're trying to do. Because a website that doesn't have a clear goal, there's really no point in having one. So with that said, who is our first person, Jessica?
The first person is Sanjana. I'm going to find Sanjana.
Okay, there you are. And I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, yes, Sanjana, I just enable you to talk.
Welcome, Sanjana. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Not sure which skincare to buy. Okay. No appointment necessary. So is this like a recommendation engine?
So it's basically I'm just starting it right now. So
Mhm.
I'm doing like a one-on-one consultation for people who are having hard time with like which skincare to buy or having some kind of like skin problem,
Mhm.
so those kind of things. That's what I'm helping with. Since I'm doing it for the very like beginning, I
Uh-huh.
wanted to have that one-on-one conversation to get the feedback from people, how like from there I will see and pivot accordingly.
Okay, very cool. So what you have here on the top of the homepage makes me think it's some kind of chatbot app, right? Because here it's like, hi, I'm Sajana. And
Yeah.
then you have this little chat thing, which is great. But I would think, given that it's beauty and skincare, maybe, I mean, I see you have here confused with skincare to buy. Maybe
So
you could
it's
have like a welcome video like this. Maybe consider moving this to the top so people understand, hey, Sajana here. So glad I'm going to help you figure out exactly which products you need for your skin and what you're dealing with, which I guess you
we have
have
a
here, this
video.
infographic. You have a video here. Yeah. But I'm thinking, let's just play it. I think the idea of who you are and building your brand might be more important to put at the top versus this. Because
Yeah.
like I come here, Al Rounder, and the first thing I see is no appointment necessary. Well, I don't even know what it is exactly, but I guess it depends on how you're driving traffic to the site. So from an SEO standpoint, it's a brand new site, I can tell.
Yes, it's very brand new that I'm just opening up the new, what do you call it, the social media account as well. So
Uh-huh.
it's very, very brand new.
Okay, so let's see this video here.
When you're shopping for skincare, have you ever been asked to show the photos of your current products? Maybe in your skincare routine, you have everything. All you need is a guidance to tell you how to use your skincare properly. At Allrounder, we always look at what you already have, tell you how to use it, and only suggest things you need. When you're sharing skin problem,
You have nice skin, by the way. That's what I'd expect, just like the dentist with the nice teeth, right?
Thank you. I mean, at least I need to have that, right? Since I'm talking about skincare, like people would judge me.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
ask you, what are your challenges in your eating habits? Maybe the reason for your skin problem is due to your diet and nutrition.
Okay, so how do you anticipate people coming to you? Are they coming because of a skin condition they have, or they're using a particular kind of product that gives them an issue? Or
Yeah, so basically what I get mostly, because I'm a licensed esthetician and I also have a certification in the holistic nutritionist. So mostly I get people asked for, especially like acne and hyperpigmentation, and when they don't feel confident about their skin.
Yeah.
So that's when they come to me and ask about like which products to use. And usually in skincare, it's only been done that they only suggest products, but not go in depth with, their nutrition and, their mindset, like how stressful they are with their work and all those things. So being able to help people like one-on-one for at least like 30 days, I'll be able to gain good experience. And before I get into depth of what kind of service, like what kind of products they need, I make sure to ask them question about their habits, their lifestyle, the products that they're using. So all of those things.
Okay. So I see what you're doing here. As an esthetician, you're selling these $97 kind of remote consultations.
Yes.
So you want to start with the end. So what you've done is start with the tactical part of an app and asking questions and whatnot, but that feels inhuman. That feels like a chatbot, right? This doesn't feel like I'm actually talking to you.
Oh, okay.
So if you open with a video, don't show you inside a phone screen, okay? That's very impersonal. Now, if you were launching a social network, if you're doing like a dating site, if you're doing like e-commerce, do what you do here. Like, maybe there's a product and one of the consultants will help you figure out which product you have. Like you walk into one of the beauty stores, but instead you open with a video of you in a comfortable situation saying, hi, I'm Sajana. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I've helped hundreds of people with various conditions, including, what you're dealing with. And within 30 days, I want to help you get back to normal, healthy skin as part of overall holistic nutrition in your diet, and not just the products you have, and really hone in on you. So that in 30 days, you can feel good about yourself and you can, you know, whatever it is, you say that kind of thing. And I would love to be able to help you, right? And let's get started, something like that, right? So not that, because you've gone straight into the pitch, this no appointment necessary, like, wait. I don't even know who you are. I don't know what you do. What is this whole thing about appointments and things like this? What about, you know, which skincare product to buy? That is too far down. The bigger problem you're solving is I have bad skin. I don't like how I look. You know, the acne makes me not want to take pictures. You know, when people want to take pictures, I don't want to be in them because I don't like my skin and it hurts my self-esteem, you know, whatever it might be. So do you have a couple buckets that people come into? You said acne, but what are some of the main things they come to you for?
Mostly for, you know, like when they don't feel confident about their skin, like their main problem is like they're self-conscious about their skin, and they want to, you know, at least have a good skincare regimen. And people are so confused right now and overwhelmed with so many brands out there today, you know, in the skincare world and beauty, and everybody is like, buy this, buy that. So they are getting that overwhelmed of like confusion too.
All right. So I want you to go to this one.
Dennis, do you think that putting a video on above the fold is a good idea though, or just?
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah. So put a video would be a better option.
Yep. Because you're trying to show that you care. Everything you have here is saying, I'm just an app. It's a robot. It's some sort of, you know, mechanical process. Why would I, you know, pay $97 right now? You're asking for the sale before people even know who you are. They don't get a chance to know you, like you, or trust you.
Got it.
Yeah, this fundamental issue in online marketing.
So let's say because I'm in the very beginning stage, you know, like just putting myself out there. So for that, do you recommend to use the social media to get the attention, or do the Google ads?
You use the social media organically to feature your clients and to share your expertise. You can do that on TikTok, especially. Lots of tips, right? Here's what you do with this guy. Here's what you need to know about this particular brand. Here's what you do in this particular situation. Here's a before and after of my friend Sarah, and you know how she looked before and after, and look how much more confident and beautiful she is now versus where she was. She looked like this before, you know, looked like, oh, people made fun of me. They called me pizza face. And now I look like this. I didn't think, you know, I was always so ashamed and whatever, right? Tell stories. Yeah, this is what you have. Here's the exact opposite of humanizing and storytelling and that kind of thing. Expertise. You need to build authority and trust first before you can sell. It's classic 101 in sales.
Okay.
Yep.
And you were about to show a website?
Yeah, I want you to go, and everyone here, it's a fun little tool. It's free, built by a friend of mine. So at some point they're going to charge, but use it while it's free. It's called gotolstoy.com. And you just sign in. It's free. There's no catch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a video, and I'll show you how easy it is to do this. And you could upload a video or whatever. You can do it on your phone or do it on your laptop, but it's going to go like this. Here it says create new Tolstoy, and I'll just make my own, record it. And I can, right now I'm on the laptop, so I could just say, probably have the screen a little bit better like this. I could say, hey, Sajana here. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I want to help you have beautiful, healthy skin in 30 days and feel confident again. But first, I want to know, are you interested in gaining your confidence back? Or are you just confused by how many skincare products there are out there? So then I just made this video, right? Then I'm going to record the responses for each of those two. So I'll just say, you know, self-confidence. So, you know, what are you struggling with? Self-confidence or too many skincare products? Okay, create. Now I have to answer those two questions. So obviously I'm not, like you would do this, but I'm just going to pretend do this just to show you, right? So now I add a new part, and I'll say, Self-confidence, I get you. You know, I used to have acne really bad as a teenager, and I know how that affects everything. But don't worry, I'm a licensed esthetician. I can definitely help you, even if you've been struggling with this for a long time and trying all the different supermarket brands. I'll figure out exactly what's going on in your skin. Let's book an appointment and have a discussion, right? Or something like that, right?
Okay.
And so then let's chat. Or, learn more about my service. And here you can choose the different things you want. They can reply with a video. You can send them to a form. They can book an appointment. You can send them to some link on the website, right?
Oh, wow. I didn't know
And
about
of course, it
this.
integrates with your whole email system and all this kind of stuff. So, I'll just put in my website.
And then can you type in the tool in the chat box? Because I'm not sure if I'm the only person who can't see the website's name.
Oh, really? It's Go Tolstoy. I'll put it into the chat here.
Thank you.
I know lots and lots of cool tools. Every time I show people cool tools people have never seen before, because I've never seen a lot of these before, So let's see.
So Danny, you can put this video like seamlessly on the website?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Hang on a minute here. What is this message? Choice. What is going on here? I think I messed something up. Uh-oh. Okay. Record it again. Self-confidence. I got you. There's lots of things that stem from not having healthy skin and acne and being embarrassing. Let's figure out how we can solve your particular issue. So then we'll say, use this one. Okay, so then we'll say, let's talk. Okay. And we will then move to a link. Okay, then the other option was too many products. Okay, so I'll record that one. Too many products, I hear you. Man, going to the supermarket and the store, I see so many different kinds of products, but depending on the kind of skin you have and your condition and the allergies you have, it's hard to know what the right ones are. I will help you find the right ones, the right products, so you can have the best skin, and your whole health plan and everything else I will help you with as well. You ready to get started? It's $97 and you get me. I will personally coach you through, right? So there's that. And then we said too many products. So, let's talk. And we'll go to and you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do for fun. Let's say, text. What product are you using now? Okay. All right. So this one is the intro. This one we said was self-confidence. So self-confidence goes to self-confidence, and too many products, confusing, okay, goes to this one. Okay. And then we publish this one and we can put it on the website. We can put it out there in social media, right? We can embed it here. We can send it in social media, put it in email, or we can just go to it. And here it is. And I will send the link to everyone here in the chat so you can go play.
Oh my gosh, this is so much better than uploading video on YouTube and putting those files.
Okay, so now what I did here, Sajana, was I basically just built your website for you. Because the whole point of the website is you're consulting with them. And so you're going to go down this tree of all the different choices. It doesn't have to be complex, just a few different choices. And then they, at the end, it's like, well, you told me that you struggle with this and this, and you're using this other kind of product. We should chat a little bit more and figure out, I think I can help you. Why don't you go ahead and sign up for my package, right? Because you're acknowledging their choice so they know it's personalized to them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, I only asked one question, but do you see how you could actually make this a full experience very quickly, right?
Yes, like very personalized experience too.
Exactly. So this website, the idea of a website is a carryover from 25 years ago. Because back then you had to actually have a web page that then linked to another web page that linked to other web pages. So people would have to click between these different web pages. And so that's what people thought the internet is just web page, web page, web page. But would you not agree that clicking between different web pages is not the same as having Sajana sit in front of me and us having a conversation together, sitting on the couch where she's asking questions and we're interacting, right? It's not the same thing clicking on the web page, right?
Right.
So that's the heart of what I was showing you, where your website is basically a bunch of web pages, and it doesn't really give me a sense of who you are. Because then it could be like, okay, what do you want to do next after you've asked a couple questions? And it's like, oh, learn more about who I am, or what gives me the right to give you advice, or let's see some of the other customer success stories, right? Because people, whenever you're selling them something, they want to know like, oh, tell me more about acne and why, you know, this particular chemical is so bad for you, or let me know why is diet so important, or is it okay to eat fatty, fried, oily food, or is it, you know, or is it possible to, you know, I've had Accutane and for years, and is it possible that I'm doing, you know, like the most common question. So people will click on the one in a choose your own adventure kind of way. So here it is. We did one. Here it is. Hey, Sajana here. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I want to help you have beautiful, healthy skin in 30 days and feel confident again. But first, I want to know. So I click on it, right? Here it is. Too many products. I hear you, man. Going to the supermarket and the store. So I click on this. What am I using? I'm using, you know, some random product.
Okay. Wow, this is awesome.
And of course, now I got to put in my email address, and you know, there it is. There. Okay. Done. Right.
That's the best way to ask the email address too for the email marketing, instead of just popping up with, you know, a lead.
Exactly. So why would anybody want to give their email address to you unless there's a reason, right? No one wants to give the email address, because then it's just, you're going to spam me. But why would why would I put my email here? Oh, get my skincare guide. Like, yeah, whatever. I think if I put in my email address here, you're going to start spamming me with all these things. I don't even know who you are. Why am I going to put my email address in here? Versus, okay, you just told me that you struggle with acne and you're a high school student and your self-confidence is low. I have some thoughts for you. Give me your email address and I want to share them with you. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to put in my email address, right?
No, if I put myself in their shoes, you know, I would do the same thing. Like,
yeah. And this whole thing, you know, funding Nepal, 1% of the profit, that's great. So you would put this under this about me part, right?
mm-hmm.
And anyway, this is like, here, join the club. Why would I want to join this club? And recipes is misspelled too. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. And you have your social media. That's great. So you're going to share your success stories. You're going to share your best tips.
When something is free, there is a different catch.
One minor thing, I don't want to go too far into this, is that you want to use a microphone when you're recording videos.
Mm. I use the boom mic, but not the lavalier.
You need to get the microphone within 12 inches of your mouth.
Okay.
All right. So, Sajana, can you implement some of these things? Let us know how it performs, and then come back next month and let us know how you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, Sajana.
Thank you so much.
Okay, looks like we have Renee. Renee, are you there? Art by Renee. Ooh. I use painting as a way to express my feelings that communicate an emotional, personal narrative. Okay, and she's featured in a gallery here. And copyright 2018. No one's going to fault you with this, because they're going to say, well, we don't expect Renee to be a web developer. But I wouldn't put it on Wix unless you're just using it as a business card. A business card is just, once you've already contacted somebody, they want to know about you, then you go. But if you actually want to drive people to your website, instead of only from when you give them a business card or only from an email, you say, hey, check out my website, then you don't want to use Wix. And then this is 2018. So, okay. So Jessica, could you let Renee in? So
yes, she just raised her hand. So okay. I gave her the authority to talk.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so what were you saying about Wix?
Don't use Wix. That's just it. Bottom line, don't use Wix. Wix is not search engine friendly. Now, Wix can create websites, and there's a lot of website building tools, but if you want to be found in the search engines, do not use Wix. This is something that a lot of people want to argue about because they really like Wix. Well, I don't really care what tool you use, but if your goal is to get people to your website and you need to be found on Google, then don't use Wix.
What do I use?
Use WordPress. Everybody that I know pretty much uses WordPress. Powers almost 30% of the internet. 25 million websites. It's free. You just have to host it somewhere. Now, Wix has hosting, meaning, they keep a little space on a server where your website is, but you should have your own website and it should not be on Wix.
So wait, so WordPress is also a website
WordPress
builder?
is free. It's free software that everyone can use. And anybody who builds websites pretty much knows how to use WordPress. And if they don't, then you should not talk to them. There's a lot of people that decided they want to go into the building of websites business. So they just use Wix or one of these other tools. And the websites look okay, but they don't get any traffic. See, I can tell you have no traffic.
How do you tell that?
I'm using various tools that audit your website.
Okay.
So you rank on no keywords. You have great paintings,
Thank you.
but if nobody can see your website, if nobody comes to your website, doesn't really matter.
Right.
So this is great. Like here, you have this heart that's locked in a cage and you have a whole story behind it and grief.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is fantastic. But then I would ask, who are you trying to attract? And how, what is it of the people that buy your art? Who are they? What is it about them? And then based on that, how do we connect that with driving sales of this or driving inquiries or, buying a print or seeing your stuff on display at a gallery somewhere, right?
Right. So for right now, the audience has been people I primarily know or have connection to in some way, and they follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and they hear about what I'm working on, and then they connect with it.
Okay.
And then they buy because they connect with what either the painting itself or what I wrote about it.
Got it. Here you are, and you're in San Jose.
Yeah.
I'm an artist who likes to paint flowers showing light, color, contrast. Awesome. And like you said, here's your Facebook and Instagram and your LinkedIn. Great. Let's see. You seem to have more traffic on your Instagram, maybe, huh? You have more followers at least. Let's see.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a follow. Now you're 228. And you have a flower here. Okay. I would have a picture of you because people are going to connect with your personal story before
Okay.
they connect with this flower. And you have some stories here. Okay. This is great. Okay. So these are people that know you. So I imagine most of them are in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Here's the magnolia tree.
I just finished that today.
That is fantastic. My friend runs one of the largest magnolia tree. He runs the largest gift tree farm in the United States. I was with him in Orlando 2 weeks ago, just to show you how serendipitous this is. And it was just outside of Orlando. Wonder if Google doesn't think it's not actually Orlando. Shoot, what's the city? I'm just going to go to Florida because it'll know. And I wonder if I type in magnolia, if it'll know magnolia tree. I don't know if Google's smart enough to. Okay, here's my buddy Matt. Him and Julie have 180 acres here, and here's the plant and all this. Check this out. There's magnolias.
Hey, I'm Matt from the Magnolia Company. Got your attention. Come click on the link below and check out all the different wreaths that we have for every occasion.
So they plant, or they give out wreaths, and they also plant magnolia trees when a loved one dies. So you honor grandma, or and so here we have different stories. This family farm has been in their it's been in their family a long time. So you can see like they're telling stories here.
And this was on their website?
No,
my
we just
grandmother
recorded.
began farming here in 1936, and now I'm standing here amongst these majestic magnolia trees. There's just an incredible, beautiful place. It's a place where I come often just to reflect. It's amazing to see how we've taken these magnolia stems and created these wreaths and garlands. And we really just enjoy and love serving our customers. So come with me, and I'd love to show you some of the behind the scenes that they.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
So they've doubled their business every year from the last 2 or 3 years. And it's because they are telling their stories along the way, right? There's lots of these little stories. So you want to tell the stories about your art. And it could be simple little things like here, Julie's talking about there's a lake they have on their property that's shaped like a heart.
Have you ever seen a love lake? Come follow me and I'll show you. This is actually called the Heart Lake here. And we have so many times where we gather as a family. It's kind of our meeting place where we'll cook out. And it's actually been a kind of like a rite of passage for our children, for Matt and me. It's when they have an opportunity to kind of be on their own and kind of get away.
See, now they're telling stories, but they certainly are talking about what's going on the farm, right? So here they're raising these trees, and they have trees of different sizes. They're replanting. They have this whole machine, and all it does is replant these trees. Look at this crazy machine. And so here's the thing that I think you'll appreciate, Renee, is that, you know, the way they sell more magnolia trees and wreaths is not by talking about the trees or about, you know, why or making their stuff on sale for cheaper. They're expensive. It's like $125 for a wreath. They tell the story behind their family and how they got involved, and they honor loved ones that have died and now have the magnolia tree planted in their memory. And so I think the same thing applies for you as an artist. And, you know, people buy the story. They don't buy, you know, it's not that Frida Kahlo was an amazing painter. It's because of the pain that she had and the story she had. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want to capture more behind the scenes, just like our buddy Bao. We'll ask him in just a moment. He was here last month. So you've got these great works of art here, but I'd say, what can you do to tell more of the story behind this? So you have a description here that talks about this, but try to go even further into that. And that'll cause people to really resonate with your art and resonate with who you are first, and then into your art.
Do you find that they actually read it though, or like
some people read, some people they watch the videos, some people, I mean, just everyone has their way of how they like to connect. I've seen with modern fine art, it's now more about you. So it has to be pictures of you like you have here. I imagine those get more likes than other stuff, right? It does. I already knew that because they're connecting with you, and they think of you and they think of your story, right?
Okay.
And so I think short little videos will actually do better.
Yeah, I'm trying to get less bashful about being in front of the camera.
Because the art, if they didn't know who the artist was, they wouldn't buy it just because there's a beautiful picture of this kind of flower, right? They're buying because of you. So if you're an artist or any kind of creative, you have to get over this thing about showing your face. It has nothing to do with your website. Of course, this Wix thing, even if you move to WordPress and you organize this thing in the right way and people understood your story and all this, it's still, you still have to start with where you are. So I would encourage you to look at Matt Monahan, who has built himself as the world's most famous artist. And what he really is he's a marketer. Okay. So he sold tons of stuff that are in the Banksy kind of style. And he's been a friend of mine for many, many years, but this guy knows how to attract attention. Matt Monahan, right?
Okay.
He'll do these weird exhibits where he'll like burn $1 million or like weird sorts of things, like go into LA and hang out with these weird people and just do things that really get people's attention, right? And he gets people in to buy his stuff because because the story behind, you know who Banksy is, right?
Yes.
So he's doing I'm not saying you have to be provocative, but it's because of that kind of angle that causes people to want to buy. And ultimately, that is what art is about. It's about that underlying expression. It's not oil on canvas, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a medium. So that's what you have to do. Ultimately, you have to, this is going to sound weird, but Renee, you have to focus on marketing. Marketing is where it's at for you. Yeah.
So you're saying I need to do more videos?
More videos, more storytelling. and that will sell more flowers. Having more pictures of flowers, I don't think it's going to sell more flowers. Or more of these prints and whatnot. I don't think that's it for you.
Right.
Got to tell all the background behind it, what inspired it, where were you with, your Nola's, you like I need to know more about the story for each of these.
Okay.
So why do people buy, t-shirts from their favorite band? It's because they went to the concert, they had the whole experience, they want to remember it, and then they buy the t-shirt, right? If you think of your favorite band, you didn't buy the t-shirt because it was made of 100% cotton, right? Or whatever material, right?
That's true.
You bought because why?
Because you connected with memories of being at the band and enjoying your time listening to music.
So how does that apply to you?
I guess they want to buy my art because they want to connect with me and remember having a connection with me.
Exactly. See, that's what you have to do.
Okay.
So it's not a technical issue. So it's a great thing. I love your art. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. You should probably ship one of these Magnolia paintings or just mention Magnolia to our people at the Magnolia Company. I think they'll appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
Say, hey, I painted a Magnolia just today and I wanted to, connect because I heard about, Matt and Julie, I heard about your story with the Magnolia Company. How cool is that, right? Now you're making another connection. And maybe that story even helps put more mystique around that particular painting you did today.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So you said WordPress is free, where Wix I paid. So
well, you're paying for hosting on Wix.
Hosting. Okay. I guess I don't completely understand the whole website.
So there's software that manages and builds your website, and that's called WordPress. That's the one we want to use. And then you can have a WordPress site anywhere. There's all these companies that will host, and whoever builds your website will have a place they like to host it, like on Amazon or Bluehost. Or think of it this way: the car is free, but you have to park the car somewhere, right?
Okay. So
you're going to park like whose garage are you going to park it in? Your house, someone else's house. So your website has to be hosted somewhere, and whoever builds your website they'll always have a place they recommend. But either way, you shouldn't be like building your website for what you have. Shouldn't be more than say $150 on Fiverr, and ongoing hosting no more than $10 a month for what you have.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep.
Dennis, there's a follow-up question. Bianca asks, is Squarespace a good option? They're WordPress.org and WordPress.com. What's the difference?
Squarespace is pretty good. I still recommend WordPress. Squarespace, a lot of people who are bloggers are sometimes more inclined to use, but unless you are a pro and you really know what you're doing, I would stick with WordPress. Even the largest websites are on WordPress. WordPress.com is the hosted version of WordPress, which I don't recommend. So WordPress.org is the software, then you can host it wherever you want. But anyone who's working on your website, I just hire someone on Fiverr for $100, $200. They'll have a place they recommend.
You said Fiverr?
Fiverr, Fiverr. Yeah.
And they are a website?
They're a place to hire freelancers to build websites and do all kinds of things.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
And you should stick around because our buddy Bao, who was in your same a month ago, had this. So we'll check in and see how he's doing. And I see he's made a ton of content. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
Oh, he's okay. Fantastic. Then you already know. And we have the recording from last time. And then this is obviously being recorded. So good follow up on that. Oh, fantastic.
All right.
Thanks, Renee. All right. So I think we've got Allison. Ooh, this looks delicious. Oaxaca. Order now. Here's a picture. You intentionally have the background blurry here. Let's see, what do we rank on? Let us know, Allison, if you're here so we can chat.
Sorry, I'm here. I just figured out
okay.
How to. I didn't mean it to be, I don't mean it to be blurry.
Okay. You want to fix it?
I do. Yeah.
You do? Okay. Well, let's just grab this image. So I'm going to save this image as Allison Cook. blurry. Okay, I'm gonna save it down and I'm gonna use one of my apps here.
Dennis, can you capture a before and after picture for us?
Sure. By definition, I just grabbed it. So I'm going to use, which one am I going to use? G, where's G? Am I crazy? I must have uninstalled it. Here, oh, Topaz, okay, sorry. All right, I'm gonna use a little AI magic for you here, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna drag in this picture we just made. So what we're gonna do is called upscaling. And that's
Okay.
making something blurry or whatever that is not, this lower resolution, I'm gonna make it higher resolution. All right, here's your picture. Okay. You see the difference?
I'm not wearing my glasses. I mean, I
Go
can
split
still
view
see,
here.
but I can't like see like incredibly well.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you see the
okay.
difference before and after? I'm dragging the line back and forth. Let's zoom in a little bit just so you can see the difference.
Okay.
And then we'll go to side by
Right.
side.
I see that.
Well, you know what? I'll just do this. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
go, I'm just
okay.
single view. Okay, so here it is fixed. And then we're gonna go to the original. Okay, watch this. This is your original.
Okay.
I'm gonna let go. Now this is, I'm just zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in on some of this stuff so you can see the detail. Like what is this, like coleslaw, kind of radish stuff. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, now here's the fixed one. Now here's the original. See that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm gonna go. Now I'm gonna let go and look like that. See the difference?
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So that's AI that's doing it for you. So I'm just gonna save it and email it to you right now.
Thank you.
Rendering. So you can take old photos and old videos and whatever. I think it's gonna, now that it's made it bigger, so it probably is too big. It might be too big to attach. Let me try. Now it's 27 megs, yikes. But you can also mush it down. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm uploading it here to the chat. Yeah, you want to have nicer images. You just do. I mean, this is probably okay because I imagine most of your traffic is coming on the web anyway. So you're getting people to come into your restaurant in San Francisco on 24th Street.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You know, we've done a lot of restaurants. You know what the three things are that people look for in a restaurant?
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm asking you. You know, you own the restaurant, right?
I mean, great food, good products.
Yeah.
Good time, I guess.
I'll tell you what the three things are. You know the TV show Family Feud?
Yes.
You have to guess them, you know, number one, number two, number three.
Yeah.
Number one thing is the menu.
Okay.
So the menu needs to be super obvious here. Like I would do that even before food picks. I'd move menu over here.
Okay.
Number two is maps and directions.
Okay.
So they got to be able, that should be really easy. It should be like a Google Maps thing. Like that's not here, but that's the main thing that you want to know. Like, how do I get there? Right.
Mhm.
San Francisco can be tricky too, all the weird one ways. And number three thing is hours.
Okay.
So Donaji SF, do you have multiple locations?
No, only one.
Okay. So I'm going to run a quick little report and we will see. Oh, you get your child.
Yes.
That's fine. We're in the
Go get Papa.
new world here. All right, here we go. I'm going to run a little report for you and it might take a few minutes to run. So we can audit someone else's thing and come back while we're doing
Okay.
it. But here, we're going to run the report. I'm going to show you. Donaji S. Oh, I just spelled it right. 24th Street, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you are. La Taqueria, these all sort of competitors, not really.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, there are other Mexican food.
Okay. So this is the correct information, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you need to choose more info. You don't have enough information on your thing, but okay, fine. We'll just do this anyway. I'm going to run a snapshot report and it's going to score your stuff. Okay. Let's see what your report starts out at 0 because it's gathering all this information. So the fact that it says 0 doesn't mean your website's 0. It just means that it's grabbing everything it knows about your Google reviews and your website and e-com if you sell products online, advertising, SEO. So if I just hit refresh, it should go up by like a few points every. It'll take 24 hours to fully get all the data, but we're going to see how you're doing across for any local site. You see how you're doing across these other places. But meanwhile, I'm going to do a search. And oops, not SD, SF. I'm going to be in SD Friday. 36 reviews at 4.7, which is that the Mission District?
Yes.
You need more reviews than this to compete.
Oh, yeah, we just opened in October, so
Okay.
we're super new.
What's been your challenge so far? Biggest challenge?
Yeah, I mean, just getting people in. We have a lot of return guests, but it's just letting people know that we're here. Getting on all of the delivery apps, which I just finished doing like a couple weeks ago, because it seems that, that's the new world. So
yep.
And I want to make sure that our website is easy to navigate and to order off of. And
yeah. So your website should link to Yelp and Google, find us on Yelp, find us on Google, that kind of thing. Because that's restaurants is pretty obvious that that's what people want to see. And your site here looks like it. Oh boy. Do you see this?
What? So
your website is basically just this image here. And if we try to render it on mobile, it's all goofed up looking because it's just this one big image. This website is garbage.
Okay.
Who built this website?
It's on Wix.
Wix. Oh, great.
Yeah. That's what I guess I was confused with the last website is I'm just kind of confused. Maybe you can help me. If you buy your actual website from like Namecheap,
right?
Is that like the same as buying it from WordPress? And then no. Okay.
Okay. So without getting too tech, because all this stuff is super confusing. So places like Namecheap and GoDaddy, you can buy the domain.
Okay.
So that's just your name. That's the URL. But then you would put a WordPress website on that domain name, right? And then you host it somewhere. I know there's like multiple pieces. I wish there's just like one place. Well, that's why there's places like Wix and GoDaddy where they just say, hey, you just do it all in one place, but usually they goof something up or it's just something's not right done that way. Yeah, these are great picks. I would think though that you would put a button here for Yelp and Google.
Got it.
Your biggest thing is going to be optimizing your Google My Business.
Okay.
Or what's now called Google Business Profile. Your Google review. Yelp is San Francisco. Yelp is especially strong there. But let's see. So we already have some data coming in. Yeah, it's still grabbing all your stuff. There's a bunch of directories that you need to just submit your stuff in for free.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is going to be your review velocity on Google.
Okay.
And partially with Yelp. And so that just means simple things like putting up a little sign saying, check in and, we'll give you a free dessert if you like, all the different things that other people do. Let's see. And you've got you've been reviewed by these local restaurant, magazines and whatnot. And so we can see that you've got 147 of these. Wow. What are they? Oh, eater.com. Great. This is your most powerful one. Hottest new restaurants in San Francisco. Great. high power site. SF Chronicle, fantastic. I'd be promoting these.
Yeah.
KTD, oh, well, okay, yeah, this is great. Mission Local, there's Eater again. A Oaxacan restaurant is open. Okay, great. See, these are, so you've gotten a lot of coverage here, right?
Yes.
Good job. Now, here's what you want to do. When you get coverage in, let's see, which of these is getting the most? This one's probably your strongest link. And by the way, don't worry about the tools I'm using. These tools cost a lot of money, and I don't want you to have to worry about, whatever. So let's see. Oh, you know what? Because there's a bunch of these on here. That's why you're number 18 here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The menu, it's all about fresh masa. Oh. Let's say they link to you here in the list. Okay, so you're here in this list of the new restaurants, and then they have your thing here. Debuts. Okay, it's all about masa. Yummy. I kind of want to eat some. It's about time to eat. Always time to eat. Okay. Okay. This looks great. So this is a great article. Now, don't you think that when people who live in SF, I mean, what is San Francisco is what, like 6 miles by 6 miles, and the Mission District is a tiny little place with all the Mexican restaurants,
Yeah.
What we do is we take this article and then you want to run a technique we call $1 a day.
Okay.
To people who live in the Mission District. I imagine you got tourists and other sorts of people, and maybe people will come from the South Bay, but probably not, because it's a long way to get all the way up. But people who are in SF are probably, it's a new place. Maybe you should come check it out. I mean, if you had your burritos at these other places, you definitely got to check out Denaji now, right?
Yeah.
Mole, that looks good. So what I do is run $1 a day. So then here, you can run it on Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, but you do something like this. A cool spot in the Mission District for people who know Mexican food. Okay, something like that, right?
Okay.
And then I'm linking to their site versus my website. Why would I link to their site?
I don't know. I guess because it's something that's trusted.
Exactly. Because your website's whatever. I mean, look at this website. It's terrible. It doesn't even work. It doesn't even work properly, right? It doesn't even have the things you're supposed to have on it. I'd rather you don't even need a website, really.
Okay.
You can have one if you want. But okay, here's this one. And then you do this from your personal Twitter and from your, San Francisco. You could, like, especially restaurants in San Francisco. But if from your personal Twitter and then the restaurant's Twitter, we can see already 11 people have seen this, right? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, right?
Right.
It's more people than have seen your website just now. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Twitter ads. I can do that because I have a blue check mark and 70,000 followers on Twitter. So people actually will take a look at that. So you just got some free promotion.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to run an ad, and I want them to engage, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to call this one Denaji. I'm going to spend my own money promoting your thing. I'm going to spend $1 a day, and I'm going to do it for 7 days, which is a week. So this is a strategy we teach, $1 a day. And then I'm going to see, Twitter wants to screw me by asking me to bid $1.05. I'm going to bid 20 cents. I could probably do it 10 cents and it still work. And I want to go to, I wonder if I can say Mission District, or I have to just say San Francisco. I think I say San Francisco. And then I can like narrow in. City of San Francisco. Okay. I don't want the whole DMA. That's too big. Okay. So there's almost 2 million people in San Francisco. And I'm going to, why can't I scroll here? Oh, here we go. Then let's see. What are some of the best known Mexican restaurants in San Francisco?
Nopalito, Lolo, San Francisco. Yeah.
Is it AZ, Nopales, El Nopalito? No.
No. Maybe they don't have one.
Actually, who's people that would come to your restaurant? Who's a food person they would recognize, like a Gordon Ramsay-ish kind of person,
Huh.
or a celebrity chef that you like?
Okay. I'm just like super blanking right now. Well, I'm trying to think of a cool like Mexican chef. Shoot.
Well, I'll just say Mexican. Okay.
Okay.
How can you, be, well, I mean, I guess San Francisco's got lots of stuff. Okay. So now we have this. So people who live in San Francisco that like Mexican food. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take the tweet that I just made and select that. Now, maybe I have like a bunch of tweets from back in October, and maybe I'll say, oh, thank you so much, San Francisco Chronicle, for featuring our grand opening. Or like, just imagine I have a whole bunch of tweets where I'm saying thank you to these other people, right?
Okay.
But I'm just selecting one because we're just building one right now. Okay. So I'll say next, and now I built a campaign. Okay. I've literally just made a campaign for $1 a day of my money featuring this tweet that now 28 people have seen.
In a minute and a half.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll Venmo you the money.
How about this? Next time I'm in SF, treat me to a burrito. And
I will.
Then you should do that. You should tweet back at me or post it on Facebook saying, hey, open invitation for Dennis when you're in the Mission District. Stop by for some of our delicious homemade chocolate mole.
Okay.
Like that, yeah?
We have a reservation in the chat box already.
Ooh, all right. Yeah. Okay, so your score, let's see what else let's just see what this report's got for you. It's out 14%, which is not enough data, but let's see, what do we have? It's saying your social media is not too strong. Well, that's because you haven't had a chance to build it up. Fair enough. Yeah, it knows you're on Wix and your stuff is missing. Your information's missing here. You're missing on Bing. You have to go claim your listings. This is a pain in the ass initially. Just apologize for my French, but there's just some stuff you got to do. Some random stuff. I mean, your social's not bad. Actually, I think I did something incorrect here. Yeah, you need a video on your homepage.
Okay.
And your website is not very mobile friendly. I mean, loads fast. We have other things. I'm going to click on this. You can see the things that are wrong with your website.
Okay.
See all that. Google also provides a report too. It's called Lighthouse. Not that you have to worry about that. You're not selling anything in e-com, so we're not going to show that. Apparently, you're not running any sort of ads. But the best tacos in San Francisco or whatever. I would promote anytime you're featured in these other places. Like I just showed you all the places that you're being shown, right? So you rank for your own name. Actually, you rank in position 4 for your own name. How is it that these other people outrank you on Donaji? Tamales San Francisco. So you're in position 35 if someone types in Tamales San Francisco.
Okay.
You were 57. So what we want to do is get this a little higher. Let's see which of these let's see which of are these keywords that. What's the thing you're best known for? You said the mole or the.
We started out just doing tamales, but yeah, right now it's more of like our mole enchiladas and more. But I think right now, I think tamales is what we're most known for.
It looks like it. That's what Google's saying.
Yeah.
So let's see if we do a search on your site to see like how many pages you have. Of course, you want to put it into a different framework. That's why like WordPress. So there's only 9 pages on your website. So think about all the different things on your menu. You want to have one web page for each item on the menu. So that way it can show up on Google.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, you have your online ordering, you have your menu, catering, but yeah, the venue. Yeah, you need to have more. You don't have enough web pages. So if you have WordPress is so easy.
Okay.
You know how easy it is to blog? You don't even need anyone to do anything for you. So literally here, so I'll show you my website's WordPress, okay?
Okay.
Here's how easy it is to make a post. So here, I come here to posts, and I just say new, and then I can literally say, Danaji is a killer new Mexican restaurant in SF. But their website is broken. Who cares, since their tamales and mole are incredible. I had a chance to talk to Allison Cook, the proprietor, owner. What do you got?
My husband and I own it. He's the chef and I just do everything else. So
Who runs the restaurant? And tell me a little something about it.
yeah, so my husband, he's from Oaxaca. So it's him. He's been a chef in San Francisco for the last 15 years and he decided to open it up in October.
Can you spell it as
OAX? CA. Yeah, that's it.
has been a chef for 15 years. They came to our website audit session, courtesy. How did you hear about the San Francisco Small Business Development Center?
Oh, we were talking kind of a roundabout way through Meta, which is like a nonprofit in the mission that helps small businesses. And then, I went on the website and found this and was like, oh, okay, it helped me.
Their website was made in Wix and isn't mobile or search friendly. We saw, for example, that their main image was blurry. Food, so important for a restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was blurry. So we used an AI tool to fix it. Here's before. And here's after. Okay. Now I'm going to add these two. I'm going to add an image of the before. Upload this. And if you think I'm slow, I'm actually pretty fast.
I don't think you're slow.
Okay. There's the blurry one. Okay. Oops. And here's after. Okay. And with the blog post, you always want to include an image. You always just do. And then you want to link to other things that are related, like the Small Business Development Center and all that kind of stuff. And what do you think?
Cool.
Now, I'm going to link to your website. So I'm going to pass you some SEO juice. Now, my website has a lot of juice. So anytime another website links to you, it's passing juice if it's done the right way. So I'm going to grab your website here. I'll link to menus because I think that's what most people want to see. And here I'm going to link. So now this is called a do follow link. Oops. Meaning it passes juice.
Okay.
Which is important. You want all the links to pass juice. Okay, there it is. Now I made a blog post. Oh, I do want to always choose a category. Otherwise it becomes uncategorized. And I'll put you under awesome people. That's what it is. Now I'm going to publish it. Ready to publish it. Yep, here it is. And here is the post itself. We made a blog post just now.
Wow.
And now I'm going to share it here in the chat. Everyone can see it. So you can't tell me you don't have time to blog or it's too hard to run ads or whatever it is. Now let's look at this thing we made. 51 people have seen our little tweet. Now I'm going to reply to it and say, and we just wrote a blog post live. Check it out. Live. about what we did. Okay, there it is. Boom. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So now you know what to do, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll rewatch this video 20 times and
Here's one more thing. I don't want to give you like too many things to do because then people their brains get fried. So you're there in the restaurant all the time, right?
yes.
With your husband?
Yes.
And I imagine you've got a bunch of these hippie millennial sorts of people, or, people that love, being known for being on top of the latest food scene and being trendy and that kind of thing, right?
Yes.
So when you find the right opportunity, say, wow, that's awesome. How are you guys enjoying the food? What you mind if I share your story? Oh, you're celebrating a birthday, or hey, you guys are tourists from where you are in the Netherlands. Oh, it's so awesome. Mind if we, I'd love to take a picture and highlight how you guys came here from the Netherlands and whatever it is. And then you understand how Instagram stories and TikTok work, where it's a 15-second vertical video.
Yes.
Okay. So instead of taking a picture, I want you to say, hey guys, we're here with my friend, Henry from the Netherlands. Say hi. And what are you guys here for? Oh, we're here for 3 days in San Francisco because we wanted to do the Golden Gate Bridge and check out the Mission District. And this place has got really great tacos. Like, awesome. So glad you guys are here. So instead of taking a picture, make a 15-second video and you're going to highlight them. And they're
Okay.
excited. You're not trying to get them to say, oh, the food is so good. You want to highlight them and who they are.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to then take that video that you have on your phone and you're going to then post it to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter all at the same time. All right.
Okay.
So if I look at Mexican food, there's lots of pictures. Look, I was in freaking Costa Rica 2 weeks ago and some other sorts of places. And actually name a kind of food or tequila or name something.
Like mezcal? Or do you want like a brand of tequila?
Don't be too specific. Be general because I'm just asking my
Oh,
Google
okay.
Photos. Yeah. Tacos, okay? So there's pictures of tacos. Are these tacos? Yeah, these are like real tacos. And where is this? Oh, in Nashville? Is this legit enough? But the point is that when you get all these photos and videos and you have a Google Photos account, it makes it easy to manage all these different things. And then you can take these and you can put them on your blog and your Facebook and your Twitter and your Yelp, and your biggest one's going to be your Google My Business, which is now called Google Business Profile. So you need to have just a ton of photos. Let me show you one last example here. I know we've been spending a lot of time on yours. I'm going to show you, what Google My Business is, right?
Yes.
And how to manage it and all that. Okay. So this is really important. And this is not just true for local businesses. It's pretty much true for almost everybody. So I'm going to show you an example of, do you want to see a hotel or do you want to see an eye care doctor?
Hotel.
Okay. So this is a hotel and they've got a great restaurant in there too, among other things. So you can see like what's on the menu and all this. But check this out. I want you to see the importance of photos and videos. All right. So look at this. Now, some of these, like the outside of the hotel versus one of the rooms, like this one's got only 9. I thought this is a pretty good picture, but who knows, right? This food got a lot. This hamburger, not really. But every now and then you'll see, just for some reason, like one of these pictures will just take off. You never know. Like if you see like the difference between these ones here, like why did this one get 34? And then why did 2,800 people want to look at this one? Like, does this one look any better than this one?
Right.
No. Or this one? I mean, you can't tell. So you just don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Like, why would this, like, I thought this is pretty nice, but then this one got more views. So you don't know. So just post lots and lots and lots and lots, just like shamelessly post lots of photos and videos. Okay.
Okay.
And that will really help you. And just put them on, especially on Google. I mean, you could post it on Instagram and Facebook and all that, but on your Google business profile, just go ham posting photos all the time. Don't even worry about, oh, should I spread them out? No, just post them. Just post all of them, as many as you can. Okay. Don't, there's no limit. Just go crazy. And that will help you.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. I wonder if this one's been this blog post we made. wonder if Google's picked it up yet. If we wait an hour or so, Google will have picked up this blog post and it'll start ranking on your restaurant name, because my blog has a lot of Google power on it. Yeah. There you go. So now hopefully that demystifies a lot of any nonsense that people have about websites and digital marketing and that kind of thing. Yeah. So we made an ad. So the ad's not even kicked in yet. So once the ad kicks in, we're going to get a couple thousand people seeing this.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Can't wait to try your moles.
Yeah.
And the
Let us
tacos
know
and
when you're
tamales.
coming.
There you go. Yeah. See, it's not even, Twitter, their ad process, they take like a couple hours for it to go through the review and then, they approve it. So cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Allison.
Thank you so much.
Keep us posted. Let us know next month how you're doing. Okay. And what you do with the website, and the Google thing is really important. I want you to post a bunch of photos, and just, will you send me an email or tweet at me or something? Let me know like what has happened when you've gotten more reviews and posted more photos and collected 15. The most important thing is collect those 15-second videos with your customers highlighting what they're doing. And I want you to tell me what has been the impact of the 15-second videos versus just posting photos, because all the other restaurants are just posting photos because that's just like what people used to do. But I'm telling you, the 15-second video is more powerful by a lot.
Okay.
Still take pictures of the food, right? Professional-ish, iPhone 13, hold it up to the light, all the stuff with like taking good pictures, but the 15-second videos with your customers.
Got it.
And then behind the scenes with your husband, oh, what's this you're making? Oh, well, I'm making this and this, and here's how we're making it, right? That's way more powerful than the pictures of the finished food.
For sure.
Because then people are there for the experience. And what about Oaxaca? And it's authentic and it's not Taco Bell or anything like that, right? Because the whole Mission District is like, it's legit Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All righty. Thank you, Allison. Val, are you there? Here he is.
Yeah, I gave the permission to talk.
Hi.
I see you've been posting a ton of stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think on Facebook too. I'm so proud of you.
I'm learning. I am still making the same mistake. But I'm getting out of just posting the work and telling the story. And you're just listening to you again. This time it's like, it's really ramming it through. And now I'm like, while you're talking to the other people, I'm busy trying to update everything. It's like, switch it all out. But so I did your $1 a day program, went through all your videos in the program. So it was very, very helpful. And it was, your videos explained everything so clearly. It's made it so easy.
I'd love to see you too. Can you show your face so we can see you?
Same as this. View options. Can I even? I can unmute, but I can't test. I don't. I do Zoom all the time, so I don't know why I can't. I have no option to do video, to join the video. I wonder. Know. But so this is not my first rodeo. So.
I think it's because we must have messed up. Is that like a Zoom thing where?
I don't know.
Here, let's try this. Promote the panelist.
Join as panelist. Okay.
Okay.
Join as panelist. Start video. Yes, I think that's it. I have to join as a panelist. So did the $1 a day. Very helpful because it really made me think about my audience, but also made me think about the content and how I created the content. Because what happened was that I was able to garner enough of an audience to tell where people were dropping off, where I was talking, and see what I was talking about, and really figure out what is it that people want to see. So, like,
talk to me more about that. So, what kinds of stuff did you post, and what did you realize about your audience?
So, I'm still doing the same thing that I was doing before, which is just telling people about my process, right? And like you said, people don't care about that until they care about you, right? And I haven't been telling my story in anything yet. I was just telling them about the medium, right? How I made it. It's all about the medium. People don't care about that. And so when I got to that point in the videos, that's when people dropped off, and I had the evidence to show it. So now I know to
right.
stop doing, yeah, because there's a chart that says exactly at what second people start dropping off. And by the end, there's like, maybe if I'm lucky, there might be 50% people left who are still watching. But most of the time it's like, there's like 25% of the people might stay till the end.
You know what you might do is post those, but on social media, people have really short attention spans. Try posting those as YouTube shorts. So you have a regular YouTube channel, but you take your 1-minute videos and literally just post it on YouTube, and then use shorts, pound shorts in the title, because YouTube, like Google, who owns YouTube, doesn't have a social network, and they've tried really hard the last 15 years to try to do something about social media. So anyone who does a short gets a nice little boost. So try doing that, even though it's not technically like a YouTube video where you go on for like 15 minutes and like a real YouTube video where it actually takes all this time. You can literally just take your 1-minute videos that you have on your phone, post them to your YouTube channel.
I don't know why I don't do that. It's like,
because no one knows to do that. You just do it. Do it, try it, and then let us know what happens with that.
That's so obvious. So obvious. It's like, I have the content, I should just post it everywhere.
Yeah, so that's what we call cross-posting.
Exactly.
Or repurposing. So you made the video talking about, here's behind the scenes, here I'm wrapping up a new gift that we're sending out, or whatever it might be. And then you're taking that content and you're posting it to Twitter, and you're making a blog post about it, and you're posting Instagram and TikTok. That way you don't have to worry about having to be on every single channel. You just take that one thing, because most people are like, oh, I need to make something separate for TikTok. I got to do something separate for the blog. I got to do something separate for Twitter. Oh, I got to write something totally different for Yelp. No, just make your one thing and then push it out everywhere. The exact same thing. A lot of the social media consultants or whatever will want to argue with me about this, but they're wrong and I'm right.
So,
all right, because I have the proof. I have the data, okay?
So since
I want to make it look all complicated, it's not.
Since doing the $1 a day, I have increased traffic on my website. I mean, I only had my website since like late November. Yeah, the very end of November. So, but now a lot of my traffic just like basically overnight, just like over Facebook.
Wow. But more importantly, you're getting engagement. You're getting conversations.
I am getting engagement. And then also part of the $1 a day, I also like decided, oh, this is really easy. So you know what, maybe I'm going to try something else that they didn't tell me to do, which is like make an ad on Facebook.
That's right.
So I made an ad because you guys went into detail about trying to target influencers.
Yes.
And creating your audience. So I spent like 5 hours figuring out how to do that. Which, I mean, it's still easy. It sounds like I spent a lot of time, but it's because I was trying to think about who exactly are my audiences. So going through the exercise actually made me think about and segment who are the different people and how to target them and what their characteristics are specifically. So that was a really great exercise in itself. But from that, I started getting right away just all these people interested and contacting me directly.
Wow.
But because it was like a spur of the moment thing, it's like, yo, let's see how this works. I wasn't ready to sell.
Oh, so, no.
I know. but now I know who is interested and who they are and where they're from, because I have their profiles. I can link to them and I can like dig and see like who are these people.
But you're going to keep those conversations warm, so it wasn't a lot.
No, it's not a lot.
So you $1 a day process, and how much did you spend?
So the ad I spent, I think I spent way too much, but I learned a lot. I spent 35 on that, and I spent $1 a day on the other ones. So I think it was, for what I spent, I learned a shit ton.
Wow, that's a technical term. So what would you say to other creatives and artists that are maybe where you were a couple months ago?
Do the $1 a day, because we don't think about our audience. We're just thinking about ourselves, like how to get our stuff out. But going through the $1 a day will help you actually think about who are the people who are buying, and then help you figure out how to tailor your content to actually speak to them. So I'm actually now more clear on what I need to say and how to say it. But I mean, there's still the work of actually doing that, right? So, but getting there is, I think it's half the battle. So getting to that point.
Who do you think wins? A great artist with okay marketing, or an okay artist or the other way around, right?
The artist who has because if nobody sees your stuff, nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody was seeing my stuff, so nobody was engaging. Nobody's gonna buy it. But now I know that if I can get people engaged, It's
Exactly.
like, I didn't know, I had no idea. Like, no, why am I not selling? It's because people don't know about me. They're not engaged. So
Exactly.
just getting people to know, getting people to see my stuff. That's what, yeah.
There it is. You hit the jackpot. Now
Yeah.
keep going.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'd love if you could come back next month and keep us updated.
Yep. I'm going to implement a lot of stuff, and then hopefully there will be some sales that have come out that I can tell you about.
There we go. And you'll have your stuff ready to sell when they're there. Okay. Yeah, you got to engage on people right away, because in the moment when they're interested, they'll be interested for a little bit, but then if you get to them a couple days later, you lost it.
Exactly.
Right then. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you, Bao.
Yep. Thanks.
So maybe we can take one more. We got 4 minutes left. Is that okay, Jessica?
Sure.
So Andres, you've been patient, and the other folks, you guys have been patient. We'll get to you next time as well. But right now, let's take Andres on Bay Harvest Catering. Are you there, Andres?
Yes.
There he
I
is.
just promoted.
This looks like a new website as well.
Yeah, it is. Hi.
Yeah. Locally sourced ingredients, widely loved dishes. What is your goal here?
Attract more customers.
So corporate catering, private catering, do you have testimonials or examples of all these people that say, I loved hiring Bay Harvest Catering because, you know, this, and this, all these great things they did?
We pretty new. We started last year. We haven't had as much customer as I was expecting because of the pandemic.
Okay. Okay. You know what you need? So anytime it's a small business, or just anytime you're hiring services, so the companies, they're not going to hire who's the best. They're going to hire who's safest and who appears, you know, reasonably well known. So what you want is, even though you're relatively new, feature some little videos, little behind the scenes with some of these customers. And they talk about, hey, you know, we hired Andres and his wife because they make this kind of food and it was really delicious. Our guests loved it. They showed up early. They have a clear process. So you have this picture of you guys in front of the food, which is great. But you know what's better than that is a video.
Okay.
Like this kind of stuff that you have here, but make it so people get a sense like they're there with you, right? They're there in the kitchen. They get a sense of the love that you put into this and how you prepare and how you decide on what kind of menu it is that suits their taste and, you know, the kind of event that they have. And because I don't really get a sense really of, you know, like I see a picture, but I really just need to get your vibe. I think if you do that and then you put it across social media, corporate event, catering, whatnot, you know, you have these great pictures, but you got to tell a story with each of these as well, right?
Okay.
That's the main thing you need to do. I wouldn't be worried too much about some of these website details. I think your website's okay. I can see these plugins that you're using. You don't have any retargeting on Facebook, so I definitely set up your what we call digital plumbing, and you don't have any analytics, so you have no idea what's happening on your website.
Okay.
So you want to set up Google Analytics on this website. So if you get that in place, get this tracking in place, and oh, beautiful food pictures. Yeah, get the tracking in place and then get videos in place that you then push across social media and your website. You're going to get a lot more people contacting you because right now it's not really clear who you are. Like you come to the homepage, there's pictures of fruit and food and all this. It needs to have you because although there's a zillion people that will do catering, they need to know who's behind this.
Okay.
Okay, here, locally sourced, widely loved dishes. Widely loved by who? Locally sourced by who? This could be, as far as anyone knows, this could be just some picture that someone grabbed on the internet, right?
All right.
Yeah, help people get a sense of who you are. This is great. You have this menu, but let's see pictures of all this. Let's see, you know, what other customers have to say about you.
All right.
And menus here twice. Oh no, drop-off menu. I see. Okay, versus regular menu.
Yeah, that's my question. Do you think the order, the way it's set up, it's correct?
I would just put it all under menu, unless you have so many people that they care about menu versus drop-off menu. Just put it under menu because the odds are you're not getting any traffic here anyway. So just try to get people to the site first and see the food and see how you cater and see what the process is and see, you know, how it's made and see how delicious it is and see how it's affordable and, you know, whatever it is you want to say about it.
We
Yeah.
have also Instagram
Okay.
page, and
Well, let's pick that up for next time. We do this every month. So if you're cool with that, let's take a look at that then do some of the things that we talked about.
Okay, perfect.
So Bay Area Harvesting, what was it?
Bay Harvest Catering.
Catering, there is. Okay. Yeah, Brand.
It's interesting there's no price tag on the menus. Is it something common in catering company? I'm just like completely from a consumer's perspective.
I think it's pretty common because we discuss the prices of
Oh,
what
you just
our
you
customers.
actually need to, okay, based on
Yeah.
the portion, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then here, instead of call us, say, call Andres, right? Make it very clear that you're talking to a person, not some call center or whoever, right?
Okay.
That you care. You need to show that your small business being new, you need to show that as an advantage.
All right.
Because now they know they're working with you and then you care. You're going to do a good job, right? It's authentic and they know that you sourced all these ingredients very carefully and it's fresh, right? Looks great. They mainly just want to know that you're going to show up on time, that your food is good, that they're not, because when people are running an event, they have lots of things they're having to worry about. So even if you said, hey, we understand how difficult it, how many things you have to do to run an event. But the one thing you know is that your catering, never have to worry about, right? You can focus on your event and your guests are going to love your food. It's going to be amazing, right? We can cater to any health, menu sort of nutritional needs and any budget, even as high as 300 people for a wedding or, whatever it is. They you need to say more about the kind of events that you have. Obviously show pictures of the food, but you need to show that you're reliable and that you can handle their event, right? They're thinking, well, I don't know, the food looks good, but can they deal with my event? Does the guy show up on time, right? Is he expensive? Does he have good references? Can they do my kind of event? Oh, I have a corporate retreat and I need it, over here in the East Bay. Can he go over there or not,
All right.
So you just need to, like, from a business standpoint, not like you're coming at it kind of like from a chef standpoint, but you're not selling to a chef. You're selling to somebody who's trying to have an event and they want everyone to be happy.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great. Definitely, we join you next month.
And everyone else, bring your websites. We get through as many as we can. I think we'll move faster next time. I think we spent a lot of time here, but hopefully you got value because these are the same things we see with other small businesses. They fundamentally have a strategy issue that's not really a technical one. And thank you so much for the San Francisco Small Business Development Center, Jessica and everybody for hosting this.
Thank you everyone for joining. I also post the link for next month's webinar in the chat box. You can just click into it and then sign up for next month. We host this monthly, so hope to see some of you there next month or in the following sessions. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, everybody. Take care.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.